Hello, this is Bob Karol, and I'm recording this on January 7th since we are unable to meet in person. Let me start by saying that I feel privileged to be awarded the second Business of Rehabilitation Psychology Practice Award for contributions in the business of rehabilitation psychology and in the development of rehabilitation psychologist business acumen. To be in the company of Tony Puente, the first recipient, is really quite an honor. I want to take a moment here to thank all of the Division 22 members. When I joined Division 22, I found it to be a group of psychologists who are warm and welcoming and dedicated. In addition, I want to thank Jan Niemeyer particularly, who so strongly encouraged me to join Division 22 and then to get involved. Also, I wish to recognize the practice committee, whose members work so diligently on practice issues, including reimbursement, the role of psychologists, and other professional issues. Lori Nash Baker and Mark Barissa are colleagues I particularly want to note as having been great teammates in promulgating the importance of business practice issues. I don't believe any of us went into psychology because we were enamored of working on practice issues. Rather, I believe we sought out a career in which we could help people address issues entailing emotional coping in at least some form. Along the way, sometimes early, even being the initial interest for some of us, to later on along the way for others of us, we focused on response to disability and related concerns. However, for many of us, professional matters became more salient as we navigated our own professional and career life. I've argued for some time now that we do a disservice to psychologists during training when we fail to educate them about professional issues. Issues related to navigating and developing roles at work, maneuvering to develop and maintain programs, budgeting, establishing reimbursement for services, and even when job hunting, negotiation for everything from vacation time to conference support to salary, etc., are barely addressed in training, if at all. In fact, in many settings, graduate school, internship, postdoc training, such concerns are actively hidden from students. In contrast, I was fortunate enough, for example, to have a VA supervisor during a pre-internship year who included me in some of his deliberations and jump-started my interest in the business of psychology. During internship itself, moreover, I requested a, quote, administrative, unquote, rotation with the chief of psychology to learn more about just such matters. When I proposed this to the chief, he said that I was the first to ever ask for that, and then asked me why I would want to do such a rotation in what he felt was such a boring activity. Still, he agreed. It was an amazingly informative experience as he let me see him perform almost all of his job responsibilities, watching, if you will, what is usually hidden from interns. Next, once I was employed, my first boss was very open about her role and the processes she dealt with, again letting me see and understand the processes and business of her being a director of psychology. Finally, when I became a director of psychology and neuropsychology and simultaneously director of brain injury services, I had the opportunity to participate in a mentoring program in my hospital system with one of our corporate vice presidents for a year, focusing on leadership and business. As a mentee, her guidance to me was invaluable. Plus, my boss was adamant about having me and others read business management books which she gave out each year as presents to us. In any case, I related this history to highlight what we need to do to bring along our students and early career psychologists. Their livelihood, professional satisfaction, career opportunities, essentially their ability to direct their professional lives, depends upon this. Otherwise, other players from other fields will be in charge of them, their career advancement, their financial status, etc. In fact, I would argue that leaving this to the vagaries of opportunities such as I had is in fact insufficient. A business of psychology required graduate school class or internship or postdoc rotation would go a long way toward remediation of this deficiency. Moreover, mid-career psychologists also need to become interested in business and practice issues and pursue opportunities for learning in this area. I concede that this is not as glamorous as learning clinical skills, but applying such business and practice learning can be very rewarding. It is what positions us for a rewarding career in which we develop programs, attain leadership positions, earn substantial salaries, and shape our own destiny. The business of rehabilitation psychology is crucial to our future. With that in mind, I encourage more of our division membership to join the practice committee so all of us can enjoy applying our skills in the most satisfying business environments that we can create. This all said, I again thank the committee and the division for this award. Thank you. I appreciate it greatly.